Was your host Hollis back with my AEW Dynamite review. Better than last week's, but yeah. It took place in Cleveland, Ohio. This where my first Raw review did happen earlier this month. So yeah. Weird coincidence. Anyways, we start with Jericho coming to the ring and invites Daniel Garcia to the ring, and who he calls his favorite person in the world. Jericho said that Brian slay the dragon, and he knows that emotionally we're just running high after the match, and he just wants an apology. Blah blah blah. Anyways, and then it says, he said he ruined it anyway. Jericho said that he sorry that Garcia sorry he fell like that, but there's always playing from or petty of more moments like that from him. I don't know what he's talking about. I think he's talking about Brian. I agree with Jericho, and he calls Brian, and then Brian Danielson make his way to the ring and says that Garcia can be whatever he wants to be, but he respects him from wrestling last week. He said he agreed with all the people that Garcia is a wrestler, not a sports entertainer. Jericho demands Garcia said he is a sports entertainer, but Garcia cuts him off and says that he isn't making decisions between his mentor and his hero. In front of everyone, he tries to leave, but Jericho grabs him, and Garcia shuts him down. And then Brian's laughing at his face at what happened, and then being around Danielson for 15 years. But he never sees the best wrestler in the world. And then Daniel said, "Will ask Jericho what he thinks Stu Hart will say if they ask him who is better." Basically, let's do a match at All Out. And then Jake here attacks him, and then yeah, just we're getting Jericho versus Brian Danielson. I swear to God, think I'm watching a match between those two in WWE with Chris Jericho and Daniel Bryan, but whatever. First match is Jay Lethal and Dex Harwood. This was a decent match. And okay. And yeah, Jay Lethal wins, and then Stunty gets on the microphone and says they're challenging FTR and Warlord to a trios match at All Out, and it would be Sane and Sanjay teaming up with Lethal, but and then they bring back they bring in the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Jay Lee or Alex Shelley, whatever. I swear this is like something from TNA. Those three work for TNA, but yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, backstage, Siobhan was talking to Thunder Rosa. Rosa was crying about she said that she has to step down as the champion due to an injury. Can't you people relinquish the fucking belt? Seriously. Why is it hard for you to relinquish a fucking championship here in AEW? Instead of being an interim champion. Like, oh my god. I fucking hate these rules in AEW. Anyways, then we get the father son thing with Billy Gunn and Colin Gunn. It was just nothing of a match. Colin Gunn wins, whatever. We get an interview with fuck. United Empire and Death Triangle about their match. In the well, we'll get to it anyways. Then we get Britt Baker versus Kylie King again. It was an okay match, and Baker wins with a submission. They're gonna give the interim belt to her. I'm calling it. Yeah, and then she mocks her, and yeah, blah blah blah. Anyways. And then we get, I thought this was going to be the main event, and I thought this was going to be an all out, but no, we get the, well, we'll get to it. Anyways, then we get the undisputed AEW Championship match, CM Punk and Jon Moxley. Let me read you what happened. So yeah, Punk and Moxley locked up, and then the referee tries to separate the two in the corner. Moxley blasts Punk and beats him down with a bridge of right. He dares Punk to get back up. Punk answered with a slap, followed by a series of strikes as the referee pulls Punk off. Moxley attacks him only, then eats a roundhouse kick from Punk. Punk immediately falls down, screaming and rolling around in pain, grabbing his foot. The referee calls for doctors, but Moxley destroys Punk with the King Kong lariat. Moxley hits a series of elbows, and then puts Punk in the angle lock, hits two paradigm shifts. No, they're calling it Death Riders, okay? Pins Punk and wins the championships. This ain't over between these two. What a way for Punk's championship reign to come to an end. I hate this match. I hate it whenever. But this has CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. And it sucked. It's probably the worst match of the night. But it makes. But yeah, then we get Christian cutting a promo. He accepts the challenge of Jungle Boys at All Out, whatever. Then Ricky Stark comes out and he cuts a promo and let's say him versus Hobbs at All Out also. Then in the back, Moxley taunts Punk. Best in the world, my ass. Moxley said the same people that's surprised right now are the same people that wanted to write him off the minute Punk come back. Moxley says the answer to everyone's problems have always been Jon Moxley's, and there's no one that can do it what he does the way he does it. He said he isn't the same guy, he's the guy in wrestling. It was a good promo, but the fucking finish was terrible. And it ends with that trios match. The United Empire won. And then they're going to face Omega and the Young Bucks, whatever. Not interested in these belts. C-. It was better than last week's, but I hated the world title thing. It's going to wait till a rematch and All Out, perhaps. But whatever. I'll be back with my 2K Battlegrounds review and my SmackDown review on Friday. So yeah, like this video. Comment down below if you're new to this channel. Subscribe. Bye.